Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel 5 Minute Pediatrics. Today I will discuss about immunization. Immunization is one of the basic chapter of pediatric. In each and every examination starting from MBBS final theory practical to MD DNB examination theory practical OSCE, you will be asked regarding immunization. In this video I will cover the individual aspect of the vaccine, and in next video I will cover the general aspect of immunization. So let us start with Rotarix RV5 is Rotatec. Then we have 116E Rotavac, Rotasure or BRV PV Rotasil. BRV is bovine rotavirus pentavalent strain. This is pentavalent, this is monovalent. Again this is monovalent and this is pentavalent. We have now the routine vaccination. Minimum age is 6 weeks for all available vaccine, and maximum age for the first dose is 14 week and 6 days. Beyond 15 week it should not be initiated. If we start RV15, then RV5, then we should give 3 doses 6, 10 and 14. And if we start RV1, only 2 doses is required, and follow the schedule 6 week and 10 week. If any dose in the series was RV5 or vaccine product is unknown, then a total of 3 doses should be given. Now we have Rotarix, Rotatec. This is Rotarix is a lyophilized vaccine and given 1 ml orally. It is given 2 ml orally. RV5 protective efficacy is same, 85 to 98%. 85 to 98%. It should not be given with a history of intussusception or beyond 32 week of age. Similarly, we have Rotavac and Rotasure having protective efficacy 85 to 98%, and Rotasil also 85 to 98%. It should also not to be given having history of intussusception and beyond 32 week. The important thing about Rotasil is that it is thermostable. This point to be remembered. Now we have pneumococcal vaccine, we have pneumococcal conjugate vaccine and pneumococcal polysaccharide vaccine. Pneumococcal conjugate vaccine we have PCV10, Synflorix, and other is we have Prevenar 13, and polysaccharide vaccine we have Pneumovax 23. First of all, pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. Both PCV10 and PCV13 are licensed for routine immunization 6 week to 5 year of age. The schedule is 6, 10 and 14 week, and booster is given at the age 12 to 15 month. The minimum age for pneumococcal conjugate vaccine is 6 week. For catch-up schedule, we have different for PCV10 and for different for PCV13. If we use PCV13, if the child in between 6 to 12 months, give 2 dose 4 week apart and 1 dose booster, and 12 to 23 month 2 dose 8 week apart, and 24 month and above give single dose. And PCV10 for 6 to 12 month give 2 dose 4 week apart and 1 booster. 12 to 5 year 2 dose 8 week apart. PCV13 is also licensed for prevention of pneumococcal disease in adult more than 50 years of age. This is the chart. If we are using PCV13 as a primary vaccine or PCV10, the schedule is as described as in the previous slide. Now pneumococcal polysaccharide vaccine. For pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, minimum age is 6 week. We have minimum age is 2 year for polysaccharide vaccine, and it is not recommended in healthy children. It should be used only in person with high risk condition. Polysaccharide vaccine never be used alone for prevention of pneumococcal disease among high risk individual. This is the PCV10. Here the conjugate protein is non-typable Haemophilus influenzae, diphtheria and tetanus toxoid. PCV13 we have CRM protein of diphtheria. Both the vaccine provide 95% protective efficacy. Given 0.5 ml IM deltoid or in thigh. This is polysaccharide vaccine. Single dose after 2 years, can be revaccinated every 5 years. It can be given subcutaneously or IM. Now we have poliovirus. We are using bivalent OPV strain type 1 and type 2. Type 2 have been removed, type 1 and type 3. This is Sabin and inactivated type 1, type 2 and type 3. The name of type 1 is Manhoney. Type 2 is MEF1 and type 3 is socket. 2 drop is given at birth, 6, 10, 14 week and 15 to 18 month, and in all national immunization day or in supplementary immunization activity. The protective efficacy after first dose is 10 to 15% in India. It rarely causes VAP and it should not be given in immunodeficient patient. We have IPV given at 6, 10 and 14 week and booster at 15 to 18 month, and protective efficacy is 95 to 100%. So no child leave the health facility without polio immunization. Continue birth dose OPV and IPV should replace OPV as soon as possible. So we have best possible option 3 dose IM IPV in primary series. This is the best option. Next best option we have 2 dose of IM IPV instead of 3 primary series if started at 8 week with interval of at least 8 week between 2 doses. If anyhow IPV is not feasible, in that condition give 3 dose of bivalent OPV and give 2 dose of fractional IPV at 6 and 14 week, or at least 1 dose of IM IPV at 14 week. Now coming to BCG. BCG strain we use then is 1313 It is live attenuated lyophilized vaccine and diluent is normal saline. Protective efficacy is 0 to 80%. Its major effect is axillary lymphadenitis, as for live vaccines should not be given to immunodeficient person. Now we have Haemophilus influenza vaccine. First of all, conjugate vaccine. The conjugate vaccine either conjugated with meningococcal protein or tetanus toxoid protein. Haemophilus conjugate vaccine, minimum age is 6 week. Primary series we have 6, 10, 14 week, and booster at the age of 12 through 18 month. Catch-up vaccination is recommended till 5 year of age. If a child in between 6 to 12 months, give 2 primary dose 4 week apart and 1 booster, 2 plus 1, and 12 to 15, 1 plus 1, 1 primary dose, 1 booster, and more than 15 months, single dose. This is also liquid or lyophilized vaccine with diluent sterile water. Conjugated protein might be meningococcal or tetanus toxoid. More than 90% protective efficacy, no major adverse effect. Now we have HPV vaccine, bivalent, quadrivalent, and nonavalent. Bivalent is Cervarix, quadrivalent is Gardasil, nonavalent is Gardasil 9. Oral liquid vaccine given IM in thigh or in deltoid. For Cervarix we have 0 to 6 months, if less than 15 year, 9 to 15 year, and if the age is between 15 to 45 year, we have to give 0.16 month. Similarly, in quadrivalent vaccine, that is Gardasil, 9 to 14 year 0 and 6 months is followed, and 15 to 45 year 0, 2 and 6 months. For nonavalent, 10 to 26 year 0, 2 and 6 months is followed. Both of the vaccine, all the three having protective efficacy more than 90% with no major adverse effect. MMR, now we have Priorix subcutaneous or IM injection. Now measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Minimum age is 9 months. First dose of MMR at 9 months. Second dose 15 months. Third dose 4 through 6 year. Third dose can be given before 4 year or at least 4 week apart from the last dose. For catch-up vaccination, all school-age children and adolescents must have 2 doses of MMR at an interval of 4 weeks. We have individual RVAC vaccine, MVAC for measles, RVAC for rubella. Now measles, the strain is Edmonston Jagrov strain. It is a lyophilized vaccine. Sterile water is used as diluent and given subcutaneously 0.5 ml, and it has protective efficacy of 80%. May cause mild measles-like illness and rarely thrombocytopenic purpura. Rubella, the strain is 27 RA27 by 3, and it may cause mild rubella like illness after vaccination or arthritis or ITP. We have MMR, for measles at most Zagreb strain, for the mumps Geraldine, yeah, urate strain rubella 27 RA27 by 3. And the complication of measles, rubella, or mumps having rarely cause parotic swelling or aseptic meningitis. Now we have MR vaccine. MR. Now measles vaccine is now replaced by MR or MMR. The minimum age is 9 months or 270 days completed. For catch-up vaccination beyond 12 months, it should be MMR. Measles, if there is outbreak, we can use measles at 6 month, and immediately the child should receive 2 measles containing vaccine, first at the age 12 through 15 month and at least 4 weeks apart from the previous dose, and second dose at 4 to 6 year. Now varicella vaccine, Varilrix. The minimum age is 12 month. The first dose given at 15 month, and second dose given at 4 to 6 year. At least 4 weeks apart from the first dose, the vaccine is considered valid. If it is given at 15 month onward, the risk of breakthrough varicella gets down. For catch-up vaccination, all person in between 7 to 18 years without evidence of immunity should receive 2 doses of this vaccine. Evidence of immunity is described by either laboratory evidence or laboratory confirmation of the disease, or diagnosis or verification of by health worker having history of varicella disease or herpes zoster. For children aged 12 months to 12 years, the recommended minimum interval between doses is 3 months. However, 4 weeks after first dose is also considered valid. After 13 years of age, the minimum interval between 2 doses is 4 weeks. Varicella, the strain is Oka strain. It is also lyophilized vaccine given subcutaneously. The protective efficacy after 1 dose is 70 to 90%, and after 2 doses more than 95%. It may cause varicella like illness in 5% case, and it should not be given during pregnancy or severely immunocompromised patient. Now we have to MMRV or MMR plus V. This is a combined vaccine. This is both individual MMR is Priorix and Varilix, and we have Priorix Tetra. The important thing about that, at 15 week use 15 month use MMR plus V, and at 4 year use MMRV. If you use MMRV at 15 months, then chances of febrile seizure gets increased. Now we have DTWP or DTAP. So we have DTP. The primary dose 6, 10, 14 week, and 2 booster at 15 to 18 and 4 to 5 year. Minimum age is 6 week. For primary immunization, we can use DTAP or DTWP vaccine. DTAP means acellular pertussis is preferred over DT wholesale pertussis vaccine if having history of severe adverse effect or having previous neurological disorder. Booster we can use DTWP, but due to high reactogenicity, DTAP can be considered for the booster purpose also. For catch-up schedule, if the child is below 7 year, follow 0 1 6 month, give DTWP or DTAP. If the child is more than 7 year, 0 1 6 month is followed, and give TDAP, TD and TD. We have now TDAP. All the adolescent is 11 to 12 years should receive 1 dose of TDAP. We have Adacil, we have Boostrix. Now TDAP during pregnancy. 1 dose of TDAP given to pregnant adolescent during each pregnancy, preferred during 27 week to 36 week of gestation, and this vaccination is regardless of prior vaccination status. For catch-up vaccination above 7 year of age, follow TDAP, TD, TD 0 1 6 month. A person who is 7 to 10 year of age who is not fully immunized with TDAP or DTWP or DTAP series should receive TDAP vaccine as first dose in the catch-up series, and if additional dose needed, use TD vaccine. In that case, do not TDAP should not be given to the adolescent. TDAP should not be given to these children. A person is 11 year to 18 year of age who do not receive TDAP vaccine should receive TD, and this should be repeated every 10 year. This is DTAP or DTWP. Here diphtheria is 20 to 30 Loeffler, tetanus toxoid is 5 to 25 Loeffler, wholesale pertussis or acellular pertussis contain 2 or 3 purified pertussis antigen. For the small d, we have 2 Loeffler. Now we have TDAP, Boostrix, and other is Adacil. Now we have Quadracil. Quadracil contains diphtheria, tetanus, acellular pertussis, and inactivated IPV. If Quadracil plus HIV, then it becomes Pentaxim, and if we add Pentaxim plus hepatitis B, then it becomes Infrarix. This is painless vaccine, and EG6 is painful, containing wholesale pertussis. Both having same component, only this wholesale and AP acellular pertussis different. There is difference of. Now hepatitis A vaccine, we have Viovec, we have Rix 720 for pediatrics and 1440 for adult. Biovac is live attenuated, this is inactivated vaccine. For minimum age is 12 months. 2 doses should be given if we are using inactivated hepatitis vaccine at 12 months and 18 months. And for live vaccine, we have a single dose given at 12 months. For catch-up, similar schedule is followed. If the child is more than 10 years, pre-vaccination screening for hepatitis A antibodies should be done because most of the children are seropositive at that age. We can use combination of hepatitis A and hepatitis B vaccine at 016 schedule. Here we have hepatitis A inactivated or hepatitis live attenuated. Live attenuated is given in a subcutaneous and this is given IM, both having 95% efficacy. The strain is S2 strain, here strain is HM175 strain. Now we have hepatitis B vaccine Injectix B. It is a recombinant monovalent vaccine given to all newborn within 24 hours of birth. We have different schedule but all are equally protective. We can give birth 6, 10 and 14 week. We can give birth 6 and 14 week. We can give birth 1 month and 6 month. All are protective. Catch-up vaccination, we have 016 month schedule. If the child is not previously vaccinated. Now we have cholera vaccine Sancol. It is a killed bivalent vaccine having O1 and O39 wholesale oral cholera vaccine oral. Minimum age is 1 year, not recommended for all healthy individual, only given to those who are going to high endemic area or traveling in a high transmission zone. 2 doses 2 weeks apart for more than 1 year of old. Now we have yellow fever vaccine YFVax. It is also live vaccine 17D freeze dried avian vaccine avian leukosis free. It is not recommended in India, only those who are traveling to sub-Saharan Africa and few tropical South American countries. Single dose is sufficient. Booster rarely required. It is given along with measles at 9 months. This is yellow fever. 17D is the strain lyophilized, given subcutaneously. Single dose revaccination can be, if needed, protective efficacy more than 95%, 90%. Rarely some neurological effect it may cause. It should not be used below 6 months having serious allergy with egg or immunodeficient state or having thymus disease. Cholera vaccine given per oral 2 doses more than 1 year 2 weeks apart having 60% protective efficacy. Now we have influenza vaccine. We have inactivated influenza live attenuated vaccine. Inactivated influenza vaccine is used for 6 to 59 months of age as a routine immunization. Children 6 to 59 are grouped at high risk and should be offered as routine influenza. Both trivalent and quadrivalent are licensed in India. Minimum age is 6 months for trivalent and quadrivalent inactivated influenza vaccine. First time 6 months to 9 years. Give 2 doses 1 month apart. And more than 9 years, single dose. It should be started 2 weeks prior to the season and annual revaccination with single dose. We have trivalent, we have quadrivalent inactivated, we have live attenuated, protective efficacy is 80 to 85%, having similar Now we have meningococcal vaccine, conjugate and polysaccharide. Polysaccharide, this is quadrivalent quadrimeningo ACYW135. This is bimeningo A and C. Conjugate we have Menectra ACYW135 here, diphtheria toxoid conjugate vaccine, and we have Menafrikivac. Meningococcal vaccine is also recommended for high risk individual or international traveler to Hajj or sub-Sahara African country. We have both conjugate vaccine Menectra quadrivalent and monovalent is Menafrikivac. Polysaccharide we have bi and quadrivalent are licensed in India. Conjugate vaccine are preferred over polysaccharide vaccine due to hard protection and increased immunogenicity, particularly if used less than 2 years of age. However, as for recommendation, quadrivalent conjugate and polysaccharide vaccine are recommended only for children 2 years and above. If more than 1 year of age, use monovalent conjugate vaccine. Meningococcal vaccine, any of the licensed vaccine can be given. The age is 9 months through 23 months, 2 doses at least 3 months apart, and 2 to 55 years single dose is given. We have this Menectra conjugate vaccine quadrivalent, we have polysaccharide vaccine bivalent and quadrivalent. This is given subcutaneously, this is given IM. Now we have JE vaccine, inactivated JE vaccine and live attenuated JE vaccine. Inactivated we have JEEV and we have JNVAC. Only used in endemic area or for a traveler who are going to endemic area for minimum stay of 4 weeks. Any of the licensed vaccine can be given. Live attenuated SA14-14-2 is not available in private market. So we have JNVAC Kolar strain, we have inactivated SA14-14-2 JEEV and live. This is live vaccine only used in public sector, all having seroconversion of more than 90%. Now we have typhoid vaccine, polysaccharide vaccine and conjugate vaccine. Polysaccharide we have Typhim VI, conjugate we have Typvar TCV and Typh. Both are available, polysaccharide and conjugate vaccine. Minimum age for Typvar TCV is 6 months, for polysaccharide 2 years. Single dose at 2 years for polysaccharide vaccine and revaccinate every 3 years. We have Typvar TCV, single dose at 6 to 9 months. The need for booster is not certain. We have Pedatyph, routine use not recommended. For catch-up vaccination, we can use up to till 18 years. We have polysaccharide vaccine, typhoid polysaccharide vaccine, and we have conjugate vaccine. Conjugate vaccine given more than 6 months single dose, and polysaccharide vaccine above 2 years single dose and can revaccinated every 3 years. protective efficacy is 60% for polysaccharide, and for conjugate vaccine more than 90% seroconversion if given more than 6 months to 45 years. It causes only minor side effect. Now we have rabies vaccine. Rabies vaccine, only modern tissue culture vaccine IM are recommended for both post-exposure and pre-exposure prophylaxis. Post-exposure prophylaxis given if having contact with dog, cat, cows, buffalo, sheep, goat, pig, donkey, horse, camel, jackal, monkey. Rodent bites do not require post-exposure prophylaxis in India. This point to be remembered. 4-dose schedule is followed now for post-exposure prophylaxis. Now monoclonal antibody is as effective as rabies immunoglobulin. Before going to treatment, we must categorize the exposure. Type 1 is licking on intact skin or touching or feeding of animal. In that condition, no treatment is given. In type 2, type 3, you have to give anti-rabies vaccine. In type 2, if there is abrasion without bleeding, you have to take care of wound management and give anti-rabies vaccine. If there is bleeding or having broken skin and the animal licks or contamination of mucous membrane or bite from unidentified source, consider it as severe and give rabies immunoglobulin along with vaccine. We have post-exposure prophylaxis schedule. Schedule is 0, 3, 7, 14 to 28 days, with 0 being days of commencement of vaccination. Additional on day 90 can be given if the person is immunocompromised or there is severe debility. We have PDEV, PCEC and PVRV. Intradermal administration is not recommended in individual practice. For rabies category 2, vaccination plus immunoglobulin must be given. If human immunoglobulin is not available, give equine rabies immunoglobulin at a dose of 40 unit per kg. We have Avarav purified varicocele rabies vaccine. We have Ravipur PCEC vaccine. For pre-exposure prophylaxis, 2 dose as one site IM vaccination on day 0 and 7 on deltoid or anterolateral thigh. If the re-exposure more than 3 months after completed pre or post-exposure prophylaxis, 2 doses are given at 0 and 3. Immunoglobulin should not be given during re-exposure therapy. So thanks for watching this video. Kindly subscribe for 5-minute pediatrics. In the next video, I will cover the general aspect of the vaccination like cold chain vaccine while monitor, AEFI, different route of administration of vaccine. Thank you.